Hello guys, good evening. So we're going to supercharge and I'm going to press record. Okay. So hello guys, we're going to see the markets really quick, real quick. Just because every week I'm looking at some specific pairs over here to trade forex, and I'm going to break down a little bit how I'm trading, what's my strategy like, and I'm going to see all the macroeconomics too, like the news that we had this week, like over here. So we have EuroCAD that I was expecting actually to go down. We still have some opportunities like that. So what do I have here? I have my little box that I always write the confluences and if it is a bearish sentiment or a bullish sentiment over here in each time frame. So I care about the weekly and daily mostly, and then the 4 hours in a smaller percentage, of course. So we have, look, we have the daily being bearish right now because of these huge candles over here. We created this lower high and nothing broke below it or broke above the previous uh, higher, no, lower high. So what does that mean? So we have here the lower high. This is the higher high. So it broke the previous lower high. It broke again the previous lower high, and it created a lower high and a lower low. I'm always getting confused with this shit, so I don't know how to explain it, especially in English, very well. So I'm breaking this lower low. Hold on. Stop recording, bro. Is anyone here? No, none. Okay, guys, I'm going to redo it. Hello, guys, good evening, everyone. I'm going to break down some of my pairs. I have the week's picks. From all the pairs, all the forex pairs, I'm choosing some specific ones that I want to look at for the week for um, any potential opportunities. So what do we have here? I have my little box over here that I actually have explained to my students how I'm writing this box over here, the confluences and the sentiment for each time frame, like weekly, daily, 4 hours. And then I will show you how in a really easy way how I'm doing that. I'm looking on an EMA as well, different sentiments over here. So what do we have here? We have the 4 hours right now. This is the lower low, the previous lower low. It broke it, created a new lower low. Nothing broke below it. Another lower high here, and in between nothing. Uh, Everything is happening in between these two. So I have the 4 hours being bearish right now. Okay, I have the daily in the same alignments, like in the same line. Okay, I have this lower low being broken. I have a new lower low. I have a lower high. Everything happens in between, so the daily turns into bearish. I have my weekly that the same shit happens over here. You see, broke below the lower low, new lower low, lower high created, and we have the bearish weekly sentiment. Then I have my EMA being bearish on the 4 hours. This is actually my weekend analysis, so I haven't updated today because I was waiting on something and didn't happen. So I was waiting that actually to not be broken. So I was waiting the price to go below somewhere like here. It didn't create the lower high that I was expecting. So now the EMA of the 4 hours turns bullish because it goes below here. So the EMA actually turns bullish. Look at this, bro. Is can't get more easy, bro. You don't need crazy strategies to win in trading. So the EMA doesn't come closer to the other time frames, and then we see the RSI down below. It is actually the moving average. It is below the actual line, and then we have the daily that turns bullish unfortunately, and the weekly being bearish completely. So I would love to see something like right now is 8 p.m. in Athens, so I will close for today because the 4 hours candle close here, and I would love really love to see something like tomorrow morning, like something. Okay, it broke above, but it didn't turn bullish over here, you see. So I would love to see something like this. Boom, goes down the daily area of interest, closes here, and then touches here, creates a new lower high, and then we take the trade over here. See the shit? This shit is crazy, bro. So, uh, so we take the trade over here. We place the take profits. We always place a stop loss, and that's it. We set and forget the trade. We do some downshift in between. Then what do we have here? We have GBP USD being bearish on the weekly, daily bullish, and 4 hours bearish in the morning, for the morning at least. For right now, we have bullish bearish. How the fuck is... Okay, so I can see that the 4 hours is 100% bullish. I don't know why I wrote bearish. So the 4 hours is bullish. Okay, let's see the daily. I'm taking with me. I'm taking you with me on the okay, that's why. So on the daily you can see way before, like in the Eurocard, what happened. We have this structure over here. It broke this structure, so the daily, you know what happens. So I would really love to see, and I'm expecting to see, because we have the ECB meetings, the European Central Bank's meetings, and the London's banks meetings for the interest rates these days. And I actually have a post over here in my LinkedIn. I will show you right now. I have a post over here talking about the exact dates. Don't remember exactly. So we have this over here. See? Come on, people. Anyways, we have these over here, like 17 to 18. 18 we have the ECB monetary policy meeting. 18 we have the Bank of England. This is in 3 days. So I would really love to see, because they are expecting to cut. So I'm really seeing a little bit of bullish GBP, but at the same time we have a daily that is bearish. I'm fucked up right now. So we have a daily that is bearish. We have a weekly that is I don't consider this shit over here. I don't consider this like a lower low and a lower high, that just because it is only two small candles. So I write that I have a bearish weekly, and at the same time I have a I have a bullish 4 hours, so everything changed right now. You see, on the 4 hours, I want to sell on a lower high. Is this the case over here? It could be. I would love to see something like RSI is bearish, EMA is coming from below. Uh, okay, RSI here and here. So it's really confusing. Like GBP USD, I wouldn't touch it, but I would wait something like this. Boom. But again, it depends on the many factors. It's not how I'm trading 100%. Like I see a lot of confluences. I see the structure at this point. I see how the price is moving and etc. etc. So we have AUT card that is bullish on the weekly, bullish on the daily, and bearish on the 4 hours. It's really confusing, guys, because look, I have this over here. So it broke the higher high over here. It created this higher high and it broke it again for a little bit. I have this higher high and uh, this lower uh, high, and I have a weekly that is 100% bullish. I have my daily areas of interest. These are the daily areas of interest where all the interest is gathered together. So I have this higher high, I have this lower high over here. Let's say this lower high. It's really confusing. The markets are really confusing right now. So what happens right now? I have a daily that is bullish, I have a weekly that is bullish, and I have a 4 hours that is actually 100% bearish. What does this mean? This structure changed overnight just because as soon as this price goes here, it turns into bullish, and then it hits the daily area of interest and the zero point 0.5 Fibonacci level, and it goes like this. Okay, let's see the Euro AUD. I'm just breaking down very fast for you. I already cut this price, to be honest. So what I have here is that a weekly that is 100% bearish. See, oh, it's bullish. Everything happens in between. You see this trading range. I want to, okay, I want to mark it somehow else. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show it in this. You see this? This is a trading range, guys. This is a trading range over here, but the sentiment is still bullish, and I have a bullish weekly, and I have an EMA that is touching from below on the weekly, and then I have a daily that is bearish. So it's really confusing. It broke this lower low, it creates this lower low, it creates this lower highs, and it goes right bearish. So in order to turn into bullish, I would love to see something like, I'll show you, the 4 hours turn into bullish. You see here a huge move today. Boom. I was expecting this move. It touched the daily area of interest very nicely, and the 4 hours did that move. Again, big move over here. We may see a trend like, not so much. Okay. So, okay, this is not the best case scenario, but okay. This is not the best case scenario. I would love to see something like, okay, boom. Okay, something like that, let's say. but it's already a huge move, guys. Like, I don't think euro is going way more up against the Australian dollar. Like Australian dollar, it has. If we see here, because I'm a fan of macroeconomics, I don't think that trading is 100% uh, technical analysis and see. So if we go here and we see the 2 year government bonds yields, we see that Australia has it on the 3.9%. It is actually going down, but at the same time, if we see here on the LinkedIn, Australia weighing the future risks, and many economists are actually pricing in on a possible rate hike in the early of 2026. And when do we have the next Australia's meeting? 3rd of February. You see that here, right? So I think that AUD is actually going up because the government yields are actually way up, like 4.2% right now. Imagine that people are actually taking their money, turning them, like turning my euros into our AUD, like Australian dollar, just to invest on the government bonds. So I want to invest in these government bonds because they are like 4.2%, and the 2 year is 3.9% against the euro, the Germans, let's say, Deutsche, 2.1% on the 2 years, lowering. And at the same time, their currency don't have any possible rate hikes for the near future. And the USD just lowered the rates, the interest rates, right? And they don't see any possible hike, only a cut or neutral. So, with that being said, look at the 2 year on the USA. Look how much down is going. Is this going to continue? I don't know. Canada is 2.5%. That's why I'm looking on a sell. I want to look on a sell on some specific pairs. Anyways, let's continue with the Euro AUD. I don't really see that happening for the reasons that I told you. I see really a turn that could go like meeting the EMA over here. AUD makes the meeting and they hike the rates. They're going up. The AUD is going up. The euro is going down. The euro is going down. I actually gave the exact prediction for the previous week how the euro is going to move. So I'm making this prediction again. I will show it right after these pairs over here. So I really believe that it's going to hike here in these levels, and then it's going to turn, and it's going to turn everything bearish, like 4 hours bearish. The weekly is a little bit difficult to turn bearish before we enter our position, especially like this. But still, we can forget about it, and we see this smaller picture over here, and it is actually bearish if you look on the smaller picture. So on the 4 hours, I'm actually waiting on the change of the whole structure, and I'm going to go sell on the Euro AUD no matter the technical analysis. I'm doing that. I really do that. This is AUD CHF, that is actually 4 hours bearish, daily bearish, weekly bearish. AUD, I'm waiting on it to return, but its meeting is 3rd of February. That's in like 17 days. So CHF, that is a safe haven, the Switzerland's franc. Uh, Safe havens, I think that they're actually going all the way up. We see CNN, fear, and greed index. Let's see that shit here. Okay, so you see, we have fear on the market. We have safe havens demand. I actually predicted that it's going to greed. It was fear today in the morning. And I said it's going to greed. So I really want to see the whole price turning in the range, in the trading range. And as soon as this hits over here, oh, it's going to be a sweet, sweet trade. We may see something like this, bro. Boom, boom. And then maybe it's going up and down. But I want to see, like, I'm going to close this trade on the daily. It's really good profits on this daily. Take profits. This will be an amazing trade, guys. I'm giving that right now. Like, crazy trade. And I'm going to put alerts as soon as this price hits over here. As soon as this price hits over here, I want the trading view to spam me. So then I have a GBP CAD that is weekly bearish, daily bearish, 4 hours bearish, and you see how this actually going very, very nice, because I'm waiting all day long. This thing turned into bullish, but not for long. Bullish, but not for long. Just because I think, you see the EMA, let's see the daily EMA, far. I think that, sir, is going like that. It's going to break it. Daily area of interest. Then I'm going to take my profits on the previous daily lows. The structure point. Boom. Like, I'm going to take profits here. And again, I'm looking for one trade right now. It's not the best period of time to do the trading right now. But we have some crazy opportunities as the volatility is going crazy. When we have high volatility, we have high profits, guys. So we have euro that is moving like this. Euro is all the way bullish on the daily. On the weekly is turning bullish too. But then, guys, I think it's going to turn right now. It's time to turn. It's time to change. It's time for this thing to change. Okay? I think this is fair. I think this is what is going to happen right now. I mean, euro like that, and no January rate hikes. The situation is neutral, is falling, and so is US05. I may be wrong about that. I don't see a clear picture for the euro USD and the euro or the USD separated, because it's weird things going on right now. I don't see a clear picture, and I'm moving to other pairs. I mean, I don't have to prove myself something. A lot of people, like, I will tell you a small story. Like, I'm going to take my driving license, and then the teacher is telling me park somewhere in an empty parking area, and I'm finding this little spot in between these two cars, and I'm trying to park it there while all the parking area is actually empty. Why the fuck are you doing that? The teacher says, like, believe me, when you don't have to prove something, don't prove something. Just choose the easy way. As soon as I'm waiting Japan to hike rates, I'm waiting Australia to hike rates, and I see clear picture on other pairs like my Wix picks over here. I see a clear picture for EuroCAD. Okay, I see a clear picture for my AUD I'm waiting on that. Why should I try to prove myself on the Euro USD? Or why should I change my strategy that is like swing trading into scalping because I don't find the trade right now? It's still Monday. If it's Friday and I haven't actually find a trade yet, I don't really care. I will find it next week. I will do the work that I have to do no matter what, and I'll just continue. I know my consistency, I know my mindset, I know my strategy works, I know my percentages are right. I journal my tradings, I journal my whole way of moving. So if I trust myself, I trust myself, bro. If I trust my strategy, I trust my strategy. There's no in between. I will not go in gold and scalp. I know how to scalp, but that's not my strategy. That's not the way that I will do it. You see gold? You see is all the way up. Man, see crazy. Like I said to everyone, buy silver. Buy silver. I said to everyone, bro. Look, from 20th of November, silver is up 28%. Anyways, okay, I don't want to prove anything. So we have the CAD CPI today that it was the median CPI, the yearly is down 0.1%. Okay, is uh little things. We have the common CPI, the same with the forecast. The middle is the forecast. The here is the actual. Empire State Manufacturing Index. Wow. Okay, minus 3.9, and we have CHF PPI monthly. Okay, so that's why the move on the EuroCAD, just because if we look here, the actually the Canadian dollar, what did it do today? A whole bunch of down, nothing. Okay, didn't have a big moves today, but still the CPI was not good, so it wanted to go down. Believe me, it will want to go up again. So okay, I like this. I will not over explain myself. If you want, you can get in our free trading group in Telegram. Just send me a message.